All right, guys, welcome. 2:30 p.m. on a Thursday, which means it's the last live stretch break of the week. My name is Luis Morales, Health Fitness Specialist with Exos at Autodesk. What we're going to get into today is some stretching to kind of address what we were doing earlier in Jazzy's really fun skeleton workout, the exercise with Exos that took place earlier today at noon. And what I want us to start with is, let's go ahead and start prone on our stomachs here on the ground. What we're going to do is just a quick little spine stretch. So coming all the way down, laying on the ground, let's go ahead and get kind of those hands right up near face level. What we're going to do is push ourselves up a little bit. We're not going to go up all the way though. Let's just come to rest on these elbows and letting that lower half just kind of relax, feeling that extension through the spine here. Just take a couple deep breaths. All right, guys, go ahead and lower yourself down off the elbows. Just come all the way down. What we're doing is we're just getting some extension through the spine there. Let's come up one more time on the elbows. Just letting that lower half relax as much as possible as we breathe. Feel yourself relax a little bit more into that lower body position as we do one more big inhale and then exhale. Awesome. All right, guys, go ahead and let yourselves down a little bit, nice and slow. And then let's come into kind of a hands and knees position here. Gonna explore something kind of familiar, kind of new at the same time here. So with those knees kind of spread apart just a little bit, let's go ahead and sink back a little bit. What we're gonna do is thread the needle a little bit, but we're gonna add a little something new. So I'm gonna start with my right hand. I'm gonna take my right hand, thread it through that gap in between my left arm and my left knee. And as I'm kind of sitting back here, you notice my hips are kind of back. And what I'm doing is I'm connecting my right arm to the ground and kind of pushing in and pulling at the same time to kind of get that nice upper back stretch. Now with that left hand, I'm gonna go ahead and rest it kind of on top of my right arm here. And what we're gonna do now is try to create a little bit of that open book here. So if you can, as much as you can, try and rotate and look up at the ceiling. And bring it back down. You're gonna do two more of these. Just go as far as you comfortably can. All right, guys, one more on this side. There we go. We got a little rotation through there as well. Let's go ahead and come all the way back up. And now we'll replicate it on the other side. So reaching through that gap, resting that left arm on the ground here now. Right arm over the top now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and open while still pressing that left arm into the ground, trying to move that right arm away from the ground. So just open up as much as you comfortably can. Pause for a moment. And then we'll take it back down. All right, guys, last one here. Nicely done, nicely done. All right. Next up, let's go ahead and come on to our backs. Gonna do a nice posterior capsule hip stretch here. Let's go ahead and go into that nice piriformis stretch. So most people know this one is a figure four. What I'm gonna start with is right ankle is gonna come and rest on top of my left knee. I'm then gonna lift my left leg off the ground, take both hands, weave them through that gap kind of in the middle and grab onto my left hamstring. And so pulling this left leg closer is gonna kind of exaggerate that stretch on the right side. You can also kind of grab over the top of the shin, find what's most comfortable. and get into that. So let's get into some deep breathing here, guys. Feeling the relaxation with every exhale. Nice work, guys. Slowly release that leg back to the ground. And let's go ahead and switch sides. So the left ankle is going to come to rest on the right knee. Right leg is going to elevate. We're going to grab onto that leg wherever it's most comfortable for us. And then hug that leg kind of in towards our chest. Remember, we want a kind of a medium stretch here. We don't want it to be super, super, super intense. And then just focus on that breathing once you find a good spot. Good job, you guys. All right, slowly let that right leg return to the ground. Return that left leg to the ground. Let's go ahead and roll over onto our sides now. I'm going to start here on my left side, so I'm facing you guys. And what we're going to do next is one of my more recent favorites, something I learned a long time ago, but it's always going to be relevant, and that is the Bretzel. So I know Jazzy has been doing this one a lot lately. I thought I'd bring it into my stretch break as well. So if you're lying on your left side, go ahead and take that top leg, bring it in front with that right knee bent. Use the top arm, so I'm using my right arm here, grabbing onto my left foot back there, pulling myself into kind of this nice quad stretch on the ground here, trying to pull my heel towards my glute as much as possible. Left arm, bottom arm, it's gonna link up with my right knee here. And what I'm going to do now is kind of twist open towards the ceiling, trying to keep both my front knee and the back shoulder kind of as close to the ground as possible. So we should be feeling kind of a nice stretch in the front of that bottom quad. And also maybe some stretching kind of throughout the torso here. All right, so once you guys find a position, I know we're kind of twisted up like a pretzel, but go ahead and focus on those exhales. With every exhale, you want to get a little more relaxed in the position. All right, guys, slowly, let's release that bottom foot. Ooh. Slowly kind of come out of that upper body twist. You can straighten that front leg or that right leg out now. I'm gonna go ahead and sit up and switch around so you guys can look at the front view. We're gonna do the other side now. All right, guys, so front leg coming up. So hips gonna flex, right arm, which is the underarm, is gonna connect with my left knee. Left arm, the top arm, is gonna try and connect with the left ankle or foot, pulling that foot as close to the glute as you can. Keeping it on the ground down there. And then we're gonna try and open up to the ceiling while keeping that left knee near the ground and trying to get that left shoulder to kind of come and meet the ground on the other side. Same thing with the breathing here, guys. And it's a-okay if you're kind of nowhere near those targeted spots, like I mentioned, like having your front knee down or having the back shoulder down. I rarely see people doing this perfectly, but it's a great stretch to practice. And the more we do it, the closer we're going to get to looking picture perfect with it. So just focus on that breathing. Beautiful. Okay, very slowly let go of that back leg. Kind of untwist that upper torso, straighten that other leg out. Go ahead and turn onto your side or your back, or however easy it is for you to get up. Let's go ahead and stand up. Got one more thing for us. All right, guys, last thing of the week for this live stretch break. Let's go ahead and do 3 big neck circles in each direction. So start with that chin down on the chest. Whatever direction you want to go with, it doesn't really matter. Just move at your own speed. And then switch directions once you get to that 3. Awesome job, you guys. Awesome job. Man, I love those neck circles. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming and joining me today. As you guys all well know, Strava challenge is still going on. You only have to do 5 out of 8 of those challenges. You can get your hands on some really cool hyper ice stuff. That is the incentive. We still have the design to run 5K, 10K, half and full marathon going on through this weekend. So if you guys are still interested in that, go join the Strava Club, go sign up on SharePoint and go out and get ready for that race. Super awesome to see what you guys have been doing on Strava recently. For those of you guys that are familiar with SharePoint, we do have Exos at Home group exercise classes going tomorrow, one at 6:30 a.m., one at 7:15 a.m., and one at 12:15 p.m., I believe. And those are all Exos at Home live classes. So if you guys go click on the links, you're going to have to register for the certain time. There is some registration required, but it is pretty simple, pretty easy process, similar to what we have going on with our own live group exercise classes. So go check those out. Let me know what you guys think of those. I've done them myself. Super fun, super awesome. With that being said, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, great Friday, great weekend. Take care, stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Elise.
You're welcome, guys. See ya.